Remember, folks, you can listen to Maximum Mouthage on YouTube, YouTube Music, and now Spotify. Maximum Mouthage.
Hi.
My yeast is rising. Hello, folks. MayesBoy 91 here with Call Sign Suitcase and Minikai.
Hello.
So today we are going to be doing a different podcast. Now we've kind of been leading up to it these past few podcasts, honestly.
Big time.
Because we're big Pokemon fans. We're going to talk about the
Pokemon.
Pokemon games.
The games.
Pokemon with the
Shows.
pokey and the man and the guy goes into the thing and he makes a
Yes. So we're going to start with Gen 1. Do you guys want to start? Or?
Gen 1, a.k.a. the Kanto region, a.k.a.
Pikachu.
red, blue, yellow. Where it all began.
Yes.
I had yellow. I started with yellow. What was the shit?
Really?
Yeah.
I started with red. My brother had blue.
So technically I didn't start with Gen 1 because I actually started with Ruby and Sapphire, but I went back after Ruby and Sapphire. I think I went to Blue and then Gold. So when I went to Blue, that's when I realized I was a big Bulbasaur guy. So
I think Bulbasaur is really slept on because, like, when you think about it, you sweep the first two gyms.
And
Bulbasaur.
you resist the third.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Like, sure, like the stuff's got Thunderbolt and all that, but even with in yellow when he's just fighting Raichu, that Bulbasaur eats that.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Bulbasaur goes crazy and people are just like, oh, it's a stupid little plant thing.
Well, yeah,
All
it's
right,
like
here's the big question you're going to start out with. Rank the 3 starters. Pikachu does not count because that's a whole other question. So we're talking
Although in
Bulbasaur,
yellow-
Charmander, Squirtle.
Although in yellow, you're forced to take Pikachu as your
Yep,
starter.
but
So
then you get the other 3.
yeah. Well, I already know.
Like
my
I
ranking.
know the answer, but for the viewers at home and the listeners, if you're sitting there watching like 2 hours of the gameplay just to hear us, props to you.
You're right. So for me, I obviously Bulbasaur is my favorite. And I'd probably go with Squirtle and Charmander because Charmander's overused.
I can respect
No,
that.
Charmander's not overused. Charizard is overused.
Charizard's over you.
Well, the whole
Yeah.
evolution line, but you know what I mean.
For me, I'd have to go Charmander, Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle.
All of our ranks are different, and I kind of like that because
Yeah, it doesn't
mine's
surprise me.
Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. Like Charizard's kind of up there a little bit more than what he used to be, but then we got Gen 9 or Gen 8. And I was like, I don't care now.
I just like Charizard for like late game, very strong attacks.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm not saying just because
back
people
in-
overuse Charizard doesn't mean I don't like him. I've used him plenty of
Back
times.
in the,
I
back in
don't
the
hate
day,
Charizard, but it makes
the aesthetic for Charizard was better way back in the day too.
Oh yeah,
Like
100%.
nowadays, it's just I agree with you. It is overused. It's everywhere. It's just oversaturated.
I know you wanted to showcase Dynamax and Gigantamax. You didn't need to use Charizard.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you find out later, all 3 of the Galarian starters have a Gigantamax form.
Yeah.
Give him one of those. Whatever
Yeah.
one you don't pick, boom, there you go.
And Mega Evolution.
I like Mega Charizard X.
There is.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
there is
The black and
story
blue
with-
Charizard just
There is the story.
It is
with
sick
that.
of that, yeah.
It could have gone with anybody. But I don't know why it went with Charizard. Just like it went with Mewtwo, but Charmander was their experimental Pokemon for Mega Evolution, so it split. But then, in theory, why don't every other Pokemon have 2 Mega Evolutions?
Well, exactly. Because supposedly, Charmander was experimented on or something?
Yep, and then I don't recall why Mewtwo has them. At least because of his genetics.
I don't remember.
But in that theory, why do we not have 2 Mega Pidgeot? Or 2 Mega Kangaskhan?
yeah, really.
Or 2 Mega Alakazam?
True.
Though Mega Charizard X blows Mega Charizard.
Why don't we have a
out of the water.
Mega Pikachu? I know like people don't like evolving into Raichu because my furry little electric mouse.
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
See, I like Raichu over Pikachu.
But like
Yeah.
if we're going along with the why does Charizard have 2 megas, like why did Pikachu never get a mega? Because Pikachu itself is literally like the flagship mascot.
You're
character.
right.
They try to mimic a Pikachu every single fucking.
And then they toss Pikachu in the game anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So it's like, why would I use this base stage Pokemon when I could easily just get a Pikachu, which can hold its own in a fight,
Yeah.
and I have the thought to evolve it if I want to.
Well, speaking of us talking about Mega Evolution, that kind of leads us into the later Red and Blue versions. Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu.
Oh, is there Mega Evolution in that?
Yep.
Really?
Your rival, while his ace will be whichever one you don't choose, he has a Mega Pidgeot.
Oh shit.
And Blue was there, and I believe he Mega Evolves his Charizard.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for your rival in the Elite Four.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if he Mega Evolves or not.
Just bad.
I sweeped his team.
I honestly think
His team. I like his team, but it's easy to counter.
I think the Let's Go games are. It really feels like baby's first Pokemon,
Yep. I'll say this.
and like I'm not saying it as like it's a bad game or anything. It looks great. It looks fun, but it really does feel like it is literally just
Yeah.
That's when
this should be a good first Pokemon game.
That's when Pokemon turned handholdy,
Yeah.
and it stuck with it.
You're right.
I will say this though, aesthetically, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are the best way to play through Kanto.
Yeah.
In terms of story and just base game, give me a whole lot of stuff. Fire Red, Leaf Green.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. So I played through Let's Go Eevee the first time. I didn't beat it because I got so frustrated with I didn't know how to do the throwing mechanics to catch any Pokemon. And I just lost all my money, all the Pokeballs. I had no trainers to fight. It's because I just didn't know how to level grind. Then once
Level grinding there is just catch Pokemon.
Yeah, but there's specific Pokemon that give you more experience, though, and I didn't know that.
The big ones, Chansey.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, Tauros, too.
Fat fuck.
So once I
like the
figured
big
that out...
Pokemon, or they got the red aura or Chansey.
Yeah. So once I figured that out, I played back through the game, actually beat it, and actually competently had a decent team. But, no, and I agree with you with the Leaf Green and Fire Red, too. I would personally play through those.
I'll play through those any day of the week.
Oh, yeah. Here's a couple gripes I have with it, though, and we've actually mentioned...
Well, let's hold that up, because here's the next question. Your pros and cons of Gen 1 as a whole. Not just Red and Blue, not just Fire Red, Leaf Green, not Let's Go. In general.
In general?
Yep. Or if you want to narrow it down, like, here's my gripes with Red and Blue, but they fixed it. And
So I think I would rather just do that, because... So
give us some sort of structure here, folks.
I'm gonna start with Red and Blue. I know we've went to the future and all that with the newer games, but
All right, rewind back up. We got order now.
yeah. So with Red and Blue is kind of like the Crash Bandicoot of the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. Like the first Crash Bandicoot was cool and fun for the time, but it's aged like spoiled milk. And that's kind of how I feel about Red, Blue, and Yellow. I mean, there's stuff that are out there not very balanced. It's a slog and just annoying to get through dungeons. It's obnoxious to use to HMs. There's still some moves that are just way too overpowered. And obviously, it was their first. It was the first game.
Balance really wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah. Obviously, it was their first
rants on
game.
that.
So obviously, they're not going to be like, oh, we know exactly what we're doing. Because they didn't expect to actually make another game after that.
Yeah.
Nope.
So, but that's just my opinion on that.
I like the aspect of keeping all the types condensed down because nowadays we have so many types, and like, I mean, yeah, it confuses me now and then.
Yep, because a lot of them changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of dual typing back in the day.
And when they were dual typing, chances are it was your final evolution. So it's
Yeah.
not the whole line is this, unless you're
Yeah,
Bulbasaur.
exactly.
Which Bulbasaur made sense.
Yeah.
Right.
But like I could probably count on 2 hands how many dual types there are in Gen 1.
Don't make me go through them all.
There's not that many. Out of 151, there's definitely not more than like 20.
Bulbasaur line. The birds. So Pidgeot and Fearow.
Geodude.
Geodude line. Rhyhorn.
Onyx is ground and rock too, isn't he?
Onyx. Execute. Dragonite himself. The fossils. So Ammonite. Kabuto. Aerodactyl.
Water.
Gyarados.
Gyarados is water flying. Lapras is water ice. Dugong himself. Jinx. Slowpoke.
Jinx was dual typing way back?
Jinx is ice psychic. It's always been.
Was it really ice psychic?
Yep.
I thought he was.
Cloyster.
I thought it was straight psychic.
That's what I thought too.
Well, I think Lorelei's got it.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
Gengar. Golbat. Paris. Oddish Bellsprout. Tentacool. Starmie himself.
Yeah.
Venomoth.
Charizard.
Charizard
The
himself.
Weedle line.
Weedle line. Butterfree.
Zubat line.
I already said Golbat.
Poliwrath.
Poliwrath himself.
Ghastly line. Cloyster.
There's the Cloyster.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit.
There's I'm at like 34 probably.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually how many dual types there are.
And but then you think about a lot of it, they ended up being
The evolution.
the evolution,
Very
unless
strong
it made
standalones.
sense, like Pidgey
Yeah.
and Spearow.
Damn.
But that was it. And then Magnemite back then was just straight electric because they
Yep.
had steel typing.
Yeah.
But I would say my pros and cons for at least red and blue to start up. Like pros, it started it. We don't have Pokemon without red and blue.
Yeah,
Right.
really.
Period.
He's got
Another pro, you cannot find, unless you were like 6-year-old Pokemon fan, you will not find somebody who does not know who Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle are.
Yeah.
The cons is we didn't need, as aesthetically pleasing as Let's Go is, Kanto has been overdone. Yeah. We've got red and blue started off. Okay, you're cool. You went through it again in Gold and Silver. You remade it Fire Leaf Green. Phenomenal games. We didn't need Let's Go. We just didn't. Make a new region. Or don't. Like, hold off until Sword and Shield. But then Game Freak and Nintendo have this thing where they've got to have a new Pokemon game out pretty much every year or something.
Yeah.
It's like, let
Cringe.
me breathe. Let me just enjoy this game first. I don't care if I know life, but let me just enjoy it for a while.
Yeah.
I really think they need to start doing every 2 years instead of trying to Call of Duty it, because like if you give them an extra year to work, they're gonna fucking cook.
Well, supposedly that's what they're doing now.
With EA.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I keep hearing. I know we're going off the rails of that, but
Oh well.
you know, I've heard rumors that old Gen 5 is supposed to get remade, or Gold and Silver is supposed to get remade for this year.
I'm
And then
surprised.
next year ZA's coming out, but it's like
No, we're
I
not
haven't
getting anything
seen-
this year.
I haven't seen anything.
I'm very surprised that
ZA
with
is
the
not till
last
2025.
Yeah. I'm very surprised that with the direct this last couple weeks that we didn't see anything Pokemon. I mean, I wasn't expecting
Pokemon
it.
gets its own direct now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Nintendo's
Yeah,
got
but
theirs.
sometimes
Pokemon
they
gets
probably sometimes they
its own.
still tease
Sometimes
stuff.
they'll hint it, but then it's like, guess what? You're gonna have to wait 3 months.
Yeah, that direct was pretty baller though.
Actually, speaking of the cons for Red and Blue, I thought of another one. Now, I understand why they did it, to get people to play together with trade evolutions. But
Trade Evolutions tick me off.
Well,
yeah, trade evolutions are kind of cringe.
but what if
I gotta
you're an
sneeze.
only child? God bless you.
Bro, I
see the fucking spike in the
I
sound.
straight up thought, like, he bashed his face on the microphone. The world was that.
But
Anyways.
if you're an only child and none of your friends play Pokemon,
You're fucked.
exactly.
You're like,
so
you
what do
ain't
you
going
do?
to complete that Pokedex.
That's when you go to your parents and go, get me a Game Genie.
Yeah.
See, with me, even to this day, if I can't get, say, a Gengar, for example, outright as a Gengar, I avoid Gasu completely.
Right.
I don't blame you. Although they did kind of give you a solution with that, with a couple of NPCs that were willing to trade you those Pokemon.
Yeah, but they got stupid nicknames.
Yeah, they got stupid nicknames.
I don't want a Gengar named Hauntykins. And there is
I kind of do now.
there is a Gengar named Hauntykins. I don't remember if it's in Sword and Shield or Scarlet Web. There's one who will trade you a Haunter.
I want Hauntykins.
And its name is Hauntykins.
There's
I
also
get
some
it.
asshole that just sends you a Haunter or something with an Everstone on it, and it's like, you motherfucker.
Yep.
Kick his nuts into his throat.
Yep.
Like, give me, like, Hunter ain't bad. Okay, cool. Hunter's cool looking. You can ride him in Let's Go for some reason. But then you got Gengar.
Riding
One of the best Pokemon since its iteration in Red and Blue. Period.
No, you're right. I like Gengar.
In, like, the top 10, Gengar's up there. I think Kangaskhan was up there. Tauros. Exeggutor. Alakazam. And then your Legends, which that's a given. But at least in terms of gameplay-wise, that was it.
Yeah. Anything else for cons with Red and Blue?
Their gameplay mechanics in general.
I mean, you can't really say that when gameplay mechanics through Pokemon is fundamentally the same in every generation.
But then they fixed all of it because in Red and Blue, Charizard did not learn Fly.
That's kind of cringe, but
So if you
there's a
wanted
lot
to
of stuff that
fly,
never makes sense, though.
you had to get a bird, or you walk everywhere.
To
if
be
you
fair,
started Charizard.
I wouldn't want to put Fly on a Charizard anyways.
I don't either, but if you have no choice.
That's why
They
I ran
did fix that in Yellow. In Yellow, he gets Fly.
I ran a freaking Pidgeot that just had Fly and then other moves.
Random, but it's only because you brought up not wanting to teach something. My brother taught Blaziken strength, and I almost broke my Game Boy for it.
Ow, yikes.
Because then, like, I understand he didn't have a choice, but like I literally told him, if you need to, go get something else.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, you teach my Blaziken strength.
You know,
No.
though, I
Also,
think
there was a bug where normally poison wasn't weak to bug, and neither was ghost, but for some reason in Red and Blue, Twin Needle was super effective on Gengar. But the only Pokemon that learned Twin Needle was Beedrill, so Beedrill could KO a Gengar.
Oh, jeez.
Kind of crazy.
You know, though, thinking back when we were kids, I think we've all done that at one point. Like, teach horrible HM moves to our starters.
By default, I teach all my water starters Surf. All right.
Oh, yeah. No, I do,
Now
too.
that's the thing. There are some HMs that are still good combat. Surf is like the only example I can think of off the top of
Surf
my
is
head.
it, because then you got Cut, Fly, like whatever. Surf.
I mean, Fly is good for the evasion factor. The fact that like you fly up and you're just invincible for the turn unless they go, haha, Swift. But, you know, not a lot of people carry Swift just for people who are going to go, I'm going to...
fact, did you know now that if you put Toxic on a poison Pokemon and use it on somebody either underground, underwater, in the air, it will still hit?
What? I didn't know that.
Yep. I was doing a run, and I put Dig on one of my Pokemon in X and Y, and I was fighting something that had Toxic. I'm underground. Toxic still hit.
Well,
What?
then.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
I mean, there's a few things that can hit you while you're dug down. If somebody earthquakes you while you're in the middle of dig,
Earthquake does double damage.
yeah.
I found that out the hard way the first time. I was like, you can't give me Earthquake. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you can get me now.
Oh, that was
Now,
a one shot.
By that logic, does Magnitude also hit?
Nope.
Really?
Pokemon
Bulldog
logic.
doesn't even- But okay, there's another thing with this.
Bullshit, Chew?
Even now, if you're a frozen fire type, which doesn't make sense to begin with,
You're right.
there are only certain moves that can thaw you out.
Incredible.
Fire Blast is not one of them.
That's incredible.
That's dumb.
But you can't get frozen if you have like magma armor or flame body.
Yeah.
So Magmar's fine. Talonflame is fine.
So, Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Bro, I love Fire Red Leaf Green.
It's good.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not have a con for Fire Red Leaf Green.
You don't have a con?
You don't have
I don't. Not that I can think of now.
I got a couple.
I had red.
See, you'll say it, and then I might agree with it.
So, in my opinion, now look. Obviously, they use the sound engine for Gen 3 with like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yeah, they updated it.
I don't think the music in Fire Red and Leaf Green hits as hard as it did back in the days of the Game Boy.
I think it's because it was made more for the Game Boy rather than like looking for
And
advanced.
they
So
kinda
like, it's all that
tried.
very simple instrumental.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just something about like the gym leader battle music and everything. It's like, it just doesn't hit as hard.
Doesn't hit as hard.
But then when you go back and listen to the gym leader battles or even like the Elite Four and all that, it's like, oh shit. Shit's going down now.
Yeah.
And another thing I cannot stand about Fire and Leaf Green, static. Like if you hit an electric Pokemon or touch the electric Pokemon, you automatically get paralyzed.
Oh,
with every
But it
single,
abilities, yeah.
every single electric
That got
Pokemon.
introduced then, but that still happens.
Not as much nowadays, though. But Fire Red or Leaf Green seems like every single time.
Yeah.
Very first attack, paralyzed. Every time, without fail. It's like, give me a fucking break, dude. Every time.
Stop walking up and punching the electric mouse.
Fair enough. Yeah, if you see an electric mouse, just go ba-ba-booey and like fire blast.
Just hit flamethrower.
Yeah.
The electricity now travels
Well,
through your
to-
fire
to
breath
be
and
fair.
it shocks you.
They didn't do this physical special split till the next generation.
Yeah.
So even then, if you hit it with fire punch, it still wouldn't count
yeah.
because it was back then the physical special split in Gen 4. It was the evolution types and then dragon. Everything else is physical. Didn't matter what it was. So they technically had it, but they didn't like fix it. So fire punch still counted as a special move because it was a fire type.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But then even if you did like focus blast that was introduced in Gen 3, that would be a physical move and you get paralyzed. Even though focus blast is literally just a Kamehameha wave.
Yeah, that's about it when it comes to cons, I think. But
My only one I could think of is that a Pokemon from Gen 1 created the most infamous, heinous copy pasta to ever exist. Have you guys never heard of the Vaporeon copy pasta? Have
What?
neither of you ever? You guys are like huge Pokemon fans, and neither of you have heard of the Vaporeon copy pasta.
Say it anyway, I might remember.
I mean, I guess this is an 18+ podcast.
We clarified that week 1 when I showed up.
It starts out with the simple line: in terms of human to Pokemon breeding, Vaporeon is the most compatible Pokemon for humans.
oh yeah, no, yeah,
Yep.
that I've heard.
Now I remember what that is. Don't get me wrong; it's funny as shit, but like,
Yeah.
Do we want to go to the cons of Let's Go?
I never played Let's Go, so that's a your guys' thing.
I got plenty of cons for Let's Go.
I'll hit it.
Go ahead.
Sing, brother.
Let me rematch my trainers. Don't make me try to catch Pokemon's level grind. Don't make it so handholdy. I don't need to get 17 Pokeballs for every encounter because I'm not going to catch 17 more Pokemon.
Yeah.
Let me catch my team, or if I find a shiny or something cool, let me do it that way. I don't like you, Let's Go. Let me actually fight the Pokemon too.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna catch this stinking wild Arcanine sitting up here. Let me punch him in the face first. The pro is the game actually does look really good.
And especially the catching mechanics. You have to be exact with your hand movements because if you don't, it goes off to the right, off to the left, then the Pokemon runs away. It's like, come on.
Pokemon Go, but worse. It sounds
Could you
like.
imagine if the Master Ball missed?
I would take the game.
It doesn't. No matter what you do, it's going to hit.
I know,
it
but I would take the game, and I would get a flamethrower, and set it on fire, piss it out, and then take a shit on it.
You know what? I just heard in my head when I saw that look on your face, the freaking Spider-Verse, like the Miguel theme. The
But
I was like, this man's about to have a freaking manifesto written out about Let's Go.
With the feather quill pen, the ink pot, and everything on parchment paper.
and like you said, with it being hand-holdy, it's like once you have a decent team leveled up, it's pretty simple.
It's simple even before that.
Huh?
It's simple even before that. I'm sorry. You need to integrate Game Freak. If I have played this game before, and you for a fact I played this game before, make me skip the tutorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Like, I've been learning. I knew how to catch Pokemon before these particular characters were even programmed. Leave me alone.
They should, in every Pokemon game, they should have an option. Have you ever played a Pokemon game before? Cool. You don't have to
Yes, okay.
sit here and listen to this for 20 minutes.
Now, mind you, if it's a new mechanic, by all means, teach me. But
Yeah,
if it's just to
exactly.
catch Pokemon every single game, I know how to punch a Pokemon in the face and throw a ball at it, okay?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So let me do that.
Exactly. I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head when it comes to...
Like, the only pro I have with Let's Go, the models look good on the Pokemon,
Yeah.
and the game itself looks good.
Yeah.
That's it. And like the intro, like you introduced Archer from Gold and Silver into Let's Go. That's great. Because then it hints, hey, this is the backstory for Team Rocket. Hey, this is leading up into potential we could do Gold and Silver. Which would be kind of cool. But then everything else is just kind of handholdy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to be gifted. Like, last I checked, if I'm going to win something from somebody, it's not like, hey, if I win, give me $50 and 40 Pokeballs. No, just give me $50.
Do we want to do the pros now?
And for Let's Go, or just in general.
Just for all of them.
I mean, I kind of did that with the
I know we kind of did.
red and blue. I mean, we could do it for Fire, Red, Leaf, Green.
True.
We just did the pros for Let's Go. There ain't that many. Also, a con with Let's Go is the move pool is abysmal. Some of these Pokemon only get like 7 moves.
You're right.
Also,
Really?
fun fact, did you know in Red and Blue, Sandslash did not get a ground type move by level up?
Really?
Nope.
Kind of stupid.
That is stupid.
He didn't get Dig by level up. Didn't get Earthquake. You'd have to teach it to him through the TMs. Also, your bag getting full? No. Remember the birthday hat? Yeah, Mr. Suitcase up here play Pokemon Go at the same time.
We were talking about just Pokemon in general, and I'm just like, I want to catch a Pokemon. The second that we were like Pokemon Go mechanics, I'm just like, let me see if it's updated.
So,
Pros for Fire, Red, Leaf, Green.
pros for that.
I mean, it got to bring a newer generation into the original. Because, like, by the time that Fire Red and Leaf Green came out, it was a lot harder to get your hands on a Game Boy.
Yep.
Like
You're
an
right.
original Game Boy and a Game. You know, the Advance had been out for a while, I think, by the time that Red and Green came out.
Yeah, because that came out in 2004 or 5?
The game itself did, or the
Fire Red and Leaf Green, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
and the Advance was out for a while before that, I think.
Because no, I think it was 2004, and then Emerald came out in 2005, I think.
Yeah, but it gave people the capability who didn't really have a. Crap, there's a lot of Pokestops around here.
Game Boy Advance release date was
2000.
June 11th, 2001 for the U.S.
So I
And
thought-
you said that those came out when?
2004, I think.
3 years into the Advance's lifespan. That's
Because 2003 was Ruby the Sapphire, I think.
I think so. I'm not very good with years.
I'm not either.
I don't remember a
Fire
lot. Of
Red, Leaf Green released in January 29th, 2004.
Okay, thought so.
You were right. You got it. Congratulations. You win the prize.
Yay.
Emerald
You know
came
what the
out.
prize is?
Emerald came out the same year,
Really?
2 days before your birthday in 2004.
Oh.
Yep.
Weird.
Your prize is exactly one hit
But-
of dopamine.
And then we didn't get Pokemon for another 2 years.
Damn.
Weird.
Because then Diamond and Pearl came out September 28, 2006.
And that's why we need to have games every 2 years instead of every year.
Yep.
So
To be fair, though, Fire Red Leaf Green Emerald did hold us off for 2 years.
Yeah.
Plus,
You're
they
right.
put a lot of spin-offs.
well, on
Bro,
top of
Gen
that,
3 is about to be a meaty episode if you think about all the spin-offs we're going to do.
yeah.
That's going to be a fat episode.
So
I can't wait.
with all the stuff they've added, they've updated all the sprites. The sprites are great. The whole game itself
Arguably,
looks
Fire Red
awesome.
Leaf Green has some of my favorite Pokemon sprites in general.
Yeah, and I do like the fact that in late game, once you beat the Elite Four and all that, you can get a lot of Johto Pokemon too.
Yep.
And you have to get like GameCube games too. You could technically complete the Pokédex and Emerald.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, arguably, my favorite mechanic for Fire Red Leaf Green was the Sevi Islands.
Yeah,
Just, it gave you more of a thing, so you're not like, I'm just going to be stuck here in Kanto forever. Let me just go somewhere else. Let me go chill. Okay, give me a whole story for this.
yep.
I honestly would like to see it would probably be impossible or it would take a long time, but I would really love to see a Pokemon game that just spans every region. I don't think it's possible because of like lore and timing reasons, but
Just put them all in present day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Give me Sword and Shield. Arguably, I would say the Sword and Shield style is better than Scarlet Violet style. In terms of just gameplay looking.
Yeah.
Even open world, too. I hate Scarlet and Violet's open world.
I loved Scarlet and Violet's open world. It was fantastic.
But I just prefer Sword and Shield for that.
Sword and Shield didn't feel open. It was very linear. There was like open areas, but you were pretty much corralled into a certain way.
Give me what Sword and Shield looks like, but give me like black and white. Give me Fire Red Leaf Green in that style. Let me walk around the Civic Islands like that.
That would be cool.
Let me go meet Moltres face to face in that Mount Ember.
That'd be kind of sick too.
Let me walk through the power plant. Find Zapdos.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they gave Lance Dragonite and made him the iconic champion minus Cynthia.
I mean, yeah.
But the only Dragon type move in Gen 1 was Dragon Rage.
Really?
Yep. Dragon Claw wasn't a thing yet. Twister wasn't a thing yet. Dragon Breath wasn't a thing yet. They advanced it more when they did Johto, but the only... I thought you were about to fart. You just kind of leaned back. You just had this look
He was
like...
giving us the
I'm
look.
just sitting here listening.
Yeah.
The sharp
Dragon
look.
Rage was the only one. So that Dragonite, those Dragonite had like Blizzard and Thunder and Fire Blast and Wing Attack would still hit like a truck that's coming
Oh,
from
yeah.
Dragonite.
Pretty much like the best kits you could have. Wing Attack is scarier than you think it is, though.
And then when Heart Gold Soul Silver came out, he had one Dragonite with Blizzard, one Dragonite with Thunder, which was his ace, and one Dragonite with Fire Blast.
Damn.
Gross.
Yep. That's why minus Cynthia Lance is probably the greatest champion. Just because you think about it, even like in the anime, they didn't do much with him. Till you did the Masters 8 tournament. Or until you did like the thing in general. He caught the red Gyarados and he used that thing. And Dragonite too, though Dragonite got pancaked. I've never seen that Dragonite get body like that. And then in the manga, Lance is a douche.
Well, yeah, aren't the Elite Four like
The Elite Four is
villains?
evil. You got the manga for Gen 1. Like the Red and Blue and Green saga is probably the best manga for Pokemon.
I should read that. I should
It's
actually sit down
so
and read it.
good. They tied every bit of it together. You'll have like Green, aka Gary, whichever one they made him like that. He shows up in the X and Y manga. It's all tied together. He got a Pumpkaboo. Silver from Gold, Silver, Crystal is your rival is Giovanni's kid.
Makes sense.
They made that canon. The reason Brendan wore a hat in Ruby Sapphire Emerald is because he got a Dragon Claw 2D dome from a Salamence.
Ow.
Damn.
I've seen it. And the female from Diamond and Pearl, the female character. So they split them off. So you got the male protagonist, the female protagonist. They're now actual characters in this.
Yeah.
And then they'll do like, if there's three, like what they did, they'll do. Diamond is the boy. Pearl ended up being Barry, your rival, and then Platinum is the female.
Oh.
She's from almost royalty, but she wanted to strike out on her own. And Black and White, I kind of staved off after like Emerald, but it's kind of cool.
I need to actually play Black and White.
But that manga's a whole other tangent.
I mean, you've already mentioned it. Can we just say that the original Gen 1 manga had a lot of dark stuff happen in it?
Oh, yeah.
They still went there.
Yeah.
They still go there, but I literally... Undead Pokemon and Pokemon Tower, they went there. Like, legitimately went there because Agatha's Ghastly was taking control of all of it. And then Blue and his Charmeleon were possessed by her.
Damn.
And went after Red, but then Blue got ticked off when he got taken out of it. And his Charmeleon cut her Arbok in half.
Oh, yeah, I saw
And he
that.
saw its innards. But the problem is the head was still intact, so Arbok regrew its body.
Jeez.
And
Pokemon,
fun fact,
fun
Arbok
for
can
the whole
have
family.
different patterns that represent different things, and Agatha's Arbok could change its pattern. Koga had an Arbok as well, but his only had a regeneration pattern, which, as long as its head's intact, Arbok grew right back.
Damn.
The manga was great. I love the manga. I want to reread it.
Yeah, I gotta go back.
Fun
through
fact,
and reread
Red's
it.
first Pokemon was not Pikachu. It was Poliwag.
I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. I guess I vaguely remember that.
And then he got Pikachu, then he got Bulbasaur. He saved Bulbasaur because he punched, like, they went to the abandoned Viridian City gym because somehow Bulbasaur ran off and got all the way to Viridian City. And there was a Machoke in the gym, and Red, like, punched the planks off of a window and taught Bulbasaur Solar Beam, and Bulbasaur's like, I'm going to go with you now. And then he got a Snorlax. Just blocking and cycling road, and...
Since we were talking about the manga, I mean, we gotta talk about the anime too.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Ash Ketchum.
I'll throw this one out right now. The best part of the Gen 1 anime was Pikachu's Jukebox. With all the songs right at the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best part of the whole anime. That and the Poke Rap, but that was part of the Jukebox.
I really like how, we're going with the anime. You got to think about the movies, too. I really like the aspect of how the Celebi movie, literally, I know that's silver and gold, but we got to think about this. The Celebi movie literally just, like, started the entire story of Pokemon in general. Because if it hadn't been for that movie happening, I mean, it's like a, 20, 30-year-old movie at this point. I mean, like, Ash goes back in time and literally meets Professor Oak as a kid. And then they reveal that at the very end, and it's like, oh.
It makes you wonder where his Charmeleon / Charizard is.
What do you mean?
Because he had it.
He
went
had
back
it
in time.
when he went back in
He
time.
had Charmeleon because they fought the poachers together. It was Pikachu and Charmeleon against Sneasel and Scyther. And where's Charizard?
Yeah.
Or Charmeleon, where is it?
True.
Though part of me kind of doesn't want to know where he's at.
I just wish though they would have added more stuff into the Gen 1 games, even the remakes from the anime.
Like different towns.
Yeah. Different towns. I mean, obviously you only have so much space,
Yeah, but like
different towns.
I understand make it linear, but like there's towns that just don't exist in the games or the manga that are in the anime.
Or how about the one episode where it was like that lighthouse episode.
With the
Or
giant
is that
Dragonite?
Giant Dragonite.
Oh,
You know, it'd be awesome. You're just battling and going along the water. All of a sudden, you see just this giant shadowy figure over you.
No, you're not even battling. You're just chilling, like walking around the ocean, like walking on the beach at night, and then you just hear it. And then you see the cutscene, and I'm like, it's like,
That'd be a cool
there's a
cutscene.
hint. Hey, guess what? You might go underwater. You might find this thing.
And then you hear the Groudon and Kyogre boss theme play.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wait,
And
why is this in this generation? This is in generation 3.
The island that had the pink Pokemon,
Pink Ant Island.
was that after?
No, that was Gen 1.
That was Gen 1? So, obviously they couldn't do that in red and blue, but if they did it in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and you just so happen to find,
Yeah.
that island.
Or
What's crazy about Gen 1 Originally, Gen 1 was supposed to be randomly generated.
Really?
Yes. They were supposed to have multiple versions of the game, and it was all randomly generated, and each region could be different, but it was so advanced for the time, they just couldn't do it. So they had to condense it all down to what it is now. But can you imagine if they actually...
It's like you're walking in the exact same spot as like you and me, and I find like there's a Gyarados looking at me, and you have Dugong.
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome to have.
That'd be a more like randomly generated Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have seen
fixed horde.
they have a somebody made a mod that's a roguelike for Pokemon. Have you seen this?
I think so.
It's pretty interesting. It looks like something I want to play sometime, honestly, on a stream or something. But
Another thing I thought would be really cool, how there was certain ways that Ash won battles that was completely unorthodox. And it's like, how the hell did you do that?
Which ran through the running meme of Pikachu with the horn.
Yeah.
yeah,
I wish you can do that kind of stuff in the games.
Yeah, but also
I don't know how they would do it. But
Yeah, exactly.
can we talk about Ash's plot armor?
Ash was
He
what?
didn't win his first 2 gym badges.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
First one got called off because the kids interfered and they didn't want him to hurt Onyx anymore, but Brock gave him the badge anyway. Second one, they gave it to him for saving Seal. He beat Surge. Erica gave him the badge because he rescued Gloom from the greenhouse being on fire. He didn't beat Sabrina,
Wake up.
made her laugh, and then here's the badge. Beat Koga.
Yeah.
Beat Blaney. Arguably the greatest battle in the Gen 1 anime was Charizard versus Magmar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And then technically he beat Team Rocket for the Earth badge, but also it fell out of Jesse's pocket and he took it.
And instead of having the anime Team Rocket chase after you, they did that in yellow, didn't they? Didn't they have Jesse and James?
Yeah,
in
it was
yellow?
Jesse and James.
It was yellow, and then they were in
I wish there was your own personal rival Team Rocket specifically chasing after you.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
Because,
I would love a personified, like, evil rival rather than just like, hey, smell you later, nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
But
Sniff
and then
my feet, nerd.
But at the same time, though, I mean, we all have to admit Gary was the best rival. Period.
Yeah.
Because he egged you on, and
That's
smell you later,
snark.
dork. And it's like you're just like, shut up, and you just want to beat his freaking face and just to shut him up,
Yeah.
And
I mean, he mellowed out in Sun and Moon. But yeah. Back then it was like, bro.
it wasn't like Gen 3. Oh, whatever, you beat me, but I love Pokemon, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. I kicked your ass. You're supposed to be mad at me, and you're supposed to come back harder.
Or actually, why we have a rival fight every 3 steps.
Yeah.
You know what rival scares me the most? Nimona. I turn the corner and she's there staring at
All
me.
she wants to do is
Battle.
fight.
I go
Battle.
I go into the gym.
Battle.
She's there.
Battle.
Hey,
Battle.
You go on battle.
I walk into the bathroom. She peeks over the stall and asks me to fight.
Battle.
Battle.
It's like, listen,
Bitch, I'm pooping. Let me shit.
listen, take your Lycanroc and go somewhere. I only remember Lycanroc because that's like her opener. In like the manga and like some of the anime stuff, she has a combat breed Tauros, like the fighting one.
Damn.
Never gave it to her and it terrestrialized
That'd be
into a fighting
kinda
type. But I love those Tauros.
I am standing up.
Battle.
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 It's like
Treat.
It's like, ma'am, chill out.
I have fun.
There is like many a trainer in this thing. Why do you want to go fight me?
The recording just
And the
cuts
fact
off.
is,
What happened? MayesBoy just fucking died.
Yep. Those big old plastic white tables, he went through it.
WWE style. Damn, sing your message, bro.
She's also champion rank.
She could be my champion if you know what I mean.
But then, like, the Pokemon she's trying
like
to raise, but
10.
you never
No, she's
see.
not. She's like
They're
an
like
adult.
16.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably an adult, dude.
15,
I thought she was
16.
younger than that.
I mean, you're 15 in Arceus.
Forgot about that too. Yeah. Well, because I'm just so used to you know what? Hold on a sec. That's another thing. I wish in the games you don't always have to be 10 years old.
Yeah.
What if like let's say
you could be
like,
Larry?
Listen,
Yeah.
in Hoenn, there's an episode of the anime where a girl is trying to get her first Pokemon, scheduled to do so. The Pokemon run off. The Torchic ends up evolving. So now you're in trouble. Nurse Story takes care of that. The girl took the Mudkip, but then the father bonded with the Trico and decided to start his journey with the Trico. This dude's like 45 years old.
Yeah.
Starting his Pokemon journey. You don't got to be a kid to start your Pokemon journey.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. What if
I want to start my Pokemon journey right out of high school, I'm going to start my Pokemon journey right out of high school.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ideally, in the Pokemon world, school will be to training and preparing yourself for it. And then when you're 18, go.
Yeah. Nope, you're 10 years old. Here's
a fire-breathing lizard. Go nuts.
exactly, and go destroy people's Pokemon for money.
Well, it gets worse because if you think about it, in Black and White, there is a daycare where the kids are trainers.
Yeah.
Would you give your preschooler a monkey that shoots fire?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we know you would.
It teaches them safety. Like you gotta look.
Like-
It's
like,
like handing
See your daughter's like on fire. It's like,
You're
well,
like, this is
she'll
an
learn the hard
important
way.
fucking lesson. It's like handing a child a gun. You just gotta teach them.
Like, I'm not even giving my kid a baby Pokemon because Pichu can't control his lightning.
I mean, if you want fried toddler for breakfast, give him a Pichu.
And like Igglybuff is a bouncy ball.
Just
So
punch
that's
it.
going
Punch
break.
it. It goes, pew, 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 pew.
He's not coming back down.
That's gonna break something.
What's this pink paste on the ceiling? That's
Nothing.
wobbly.
Why is it blinking? Nothing.
Damn
Think of how
toddlers.
sneaky Pokemon actually is.
How do you nickname your Pokemon? Like, what's your typical nicknaming?
Well, I was saying, I don't know why I remember this specific name for you. He nicknamed an Absol Peach. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know why that stuck with me. This is like
I
way
Don't
back.
remember honestly.
Because like
I don't know why this one
It
stuck with
depe-
me.
So like recently, I got 3 shiny Sinnoh starters,
okay.
and I based them off Thomas the Tank Engine names. So Piplup was Thomas.
Chimchar was the red one and Turtwig was the green one.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of what I named him. I think I named Chimchar
Philip and Raoul.
James because of the red train. And then I don't remember what I named the Turtwig. It was some kind of... There was a green train in the Thomas show that was a female, and I had to look up what the name was because I couldn't remember. But I do stuff like that, or I'm just like... I don't know. Like if I start Gold and Silver and I start with Cyndaquil, he's Blaze by default.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just like,
there's me for names by default. Like I'll look. I'm like, I got nothing. Let me look one up. And like, that's it.
Yeah.
That sticks.
I was just thinking of just like you were talking about, like, hey, this is my Pokemon. This it would be really funny just to watch someone be like, go Frank, and a Pokeball comes out, and it's just a fucking Psyduck.
It's
That's Frank.
No, it's Giratina.
Yeah. I mean, I do give some pretty generic names to people.
Go
to Pokemon.
Go Frank. Arceus comes out.
Yeah.
You named Arceus Frank? Yeah.
I named him Bob.
He likes it. See, come here, Frank. Inhuman wailing.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Good,
nicknamed
Frank.
my Samurai Cascade, and it fits.
Yeah.
It just sits there. It fits. Though I did name the one at Arceus Daimyo, just because it's kind of like a ninja of like 2 blades, and that kind of fits with the water dark of Hisuian Samurai.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah, some nicknames they just fit.
My eyes are
Oh,
watering.
when I
with that
got
one.
Oshawott and my recent playthroughs of Black and White, I named him Lord Sakai because of Jin Sakai from Ghost of
That's what I
Tsushima.
nicknamed my decision.
Fair enough.
Because he's based off
That's what I nicknamed my
Samurai.
Decidueye and Arceus. Or there's some that kind of makes sense. Like I nicknamed my Electivire Overload. It just fits.
Yeah.
Just because that's what they do.
You know, I was going to name my Rowlet and Arceus Borocho. I can't use that word. It's bleeped out.
I hate Nintendo censorship.
Why?
Because Borocho is a name for a drunken person.
Oh.
Because I looked it up. What does Borocho mean? It's like, oh, that's why I can't put it in. That's why I just did some other kind of, like, I looked up like historic, emperors or something in Japanese history, and I just named them after something. So, I also I named my Yen Mega Scams because that I forgot what it was. It was based off some kind of ancient monster dragonfly from from history.
Yeah.
It was something like that. I was like, oh, that's a cool name, So that's why I named him that. So, or when I did my one of my Let's Go playthroughs, I specifically named my female character that I play as a Spanish name. So I try to do all the Pokemon Spanish names or something Spanish related.
Yeah.
So I'll do something like that. Just because I run out of ideas. I named this Pokemon Bob. I named this Pokemon Jim.
This is Cooper.
Or you'll be that one kid. Yeah, this is my Charizard Blaze Killer 46.
Too bad I can't name him Noob Slayer 69, 69,
This is
69.
Weed Smoker 420 XX. The funny thing is, I wanted to
Dennis
name Sprigatito I wanted to make a weed joke with it, and it wouldn't let me. So I'm just thinking of alternative means to make the word weed. So I ended up naming my Sprigatito Boof, BOF, AO past the boof. Yeah. It went through. So through my entire playthrough of Scarlet and Violet, I'm sitting there commentating.
Go Boof!
Go Boof! Get him!
That's awesome. Actually, that reminds me too.
I'll nickname some after characters, depending on who it is.
Yeah.
I think it was Magmar. It was some fire Pokemon I got in Gen 9. I wanted to name it Fireballs, but obviously you can't put that as a name. So
not even with a Z.
Instead of BALLS, I did B !! Z. So I mean, it doesn't really fit, but it kind of fits because it kind of almost looks like an A. And they passed that.
It hurt my head. Listen, you know good and well, there's people our age playing these Pokemon games. Let me be slightly inappropriate.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
I would love to see a darker, M-rated Pokemon.
Yeah, I was want to get a darker M-rated Pokemon game, movie, show. Give me the manga.
You good there?
Nope.
Stop doing the shuffle.
Having a Fat Man dance moment.
I'm Fat Man dancing.
I think he's just turning himself up, and then he's going to let out the sewage fart again later. I can't wait for the eye contact.
I'll just lift the leg and everything.
You'll hear the
He
mic.
just cans his leg up and just sharts, and it just drips down his leg.
You'll hear the mic drop and the door close.
Yeah.
It's going to sound like something flush and the pipes are clearing out.
So, we have pretty much hit all the bases of all the main Gen 1 games.
Yeah.
I do have fun questions, though.
What?
You have a question?
All right. In terms of a Gen 1 game, what would you want to see if they made a new one right now?
For just Gen 1?
For now, yes. Yes, I'm going to ask this with every single generation.
Honestly,
Porsche.
like you mentioned earlier, add the Sevi Islands.
Yeah,
add
put
more
those
of
back.
them. Add ones that they didn't know about. They just discovered them.
Yeah.
That have more Johto Pokemon on them. That way you can actually get all the Johto Pokemon in the Kanto game.
I'll say, don't give me the Legends format just because I don't want to go back in the past with Kanto. But give me the Legends gameplay to an extent
Yeah.
of Kanto.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I think fleshing out the areas better.
Yeah.
Give us a Scarlet and Violet styled map of Kanto where it's more of...
Here's my one gripe with Kanto I just thought of. Every town and city in Kanto has something that you have to do. And then that's it. There's no towns that are just there. There's a couple towns in Scarlet and Violet. There's nothing there for you really until you go look.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's one town, there's nothing in it unless you want to evolve your truck in it.
Yeah.
Because then you get the item to do Cerulean Edge or Armor Rouge. Done. I ain't gonna go back here no more.
Mm-hmm.
But like, give me like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
flesh it out.
Give us the Scarlet and Violet styled world, but like flesh it out more. Add more things. Add things from the anime. Add things from other games that were like shown to
The Crystal Onyx.
God, yes.
Oh,
God.
And
awesome.
you know what would be even better? It's a random chance that you get it in a specific cave.
Yeah.
Here's what I want in Kanto. Don't give me the Sevi Islands. Keep those. Give me the Orange Islands. That's
True.
where Crystal Onyx came from.
Very true. You're right.
That's
Just
where he
give
got
me-
Snorlax.
just
That's where he got
give me
Lapras.
playable Ash's adventure through like
Without making it a ROM hack. Because that's actually a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, give me like a Scarlet and Violet styled game based
But-
around Ash's journey, and
But don't make it Ash. Don't make it so I have to use Ash's Pokemon.
well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like give me that, but like put aspects in the anime.
Maybe have it as a factor of like your character knows of the great Ash Ketchum and wants to follow in his footsteps, and so he starts back off in Pallet Town, where it all began.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And that would be the good way to do it. It'd be like Pokemon Ash's Legacy or something. And it's
then
just a
at the end-
standalone.
and then at the end, you meet Ash and you have to battle him.
That would be like Red style from Silver and Gold. You meet Ash at the end, and he's like the world champion or something.
Big old plot twist. You don't know who the bad guy is for this entire team. It turns out to be Ash.
Ooh.
That would be
Why?
Cool. That would be. Huge.
I don't know what if.
What would make Ash go?
No,
evil?
I got it. There was an episode of the anime from the Battle Frontier
Cozy.
where Ash got possessed by an old Pokemon king.
Okay.
And he turned into a prime jerk. Like, it was Brendan, the guy who has the Reggies. So it was Regirock versus Sceptile. Suddenly, Ash doesn't give a crap about his Sceptile. They can't tell that he's possessed by this king. But Ash can see this whole thing going on. He's like, oh, hey, I'm in a battle. Let me use Sceptile. So it's Ash's thought, but it's the Pokemon King's
actions.
So even when Sceptile has this thought, I'm going to dodge this Fog Punch, the King is like, no, go right into it. Let it hit you and then counter black with Leaf Blade. He's like, I'm sorry, what? People are confused. What if there's still a little bit of the Pokemon King left in Ash and that took over?
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that.
And you don't know it because you keep thinking, oh, it's Silver's the main bad guy, this, that, and the other. Or like, all I have is old companions like, hey, Brock's here and Brock's a douchebag now. It's like, no, your real big thing, Ash is your problem.
So here's a story idea about that. Recently, Ash turned evil and started causing ruckus and crimes and shit. He wasn't always like that, though. Like, you as a trainer who wants to follow in his footsteps, remember him back when he was like, the good guy champion and all that.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, why do you idol this bad guy, this criminal? Why, you should like, real champion. It's not like Ash.
Yeah.
But you're like, I know deep down Ash is still a good guy.
Yeah.
So you want to prove to everybody that Ash is still the good guy, and then when you finally meet him, you finally somehow get that thing out of him.
Understand, yeah.
And then you make people realize, see, he was possessed the whole time. Ash is still the good guy. So you can prove to everybody that, Ash is still good, and you go through the whole journey of training Pokemon and all that to get to that point.
Game Freak, if you're listening, which I doubt it, we'll take our royalties in the mail.
Yes.
Your problem with trying to get Ash back, you got to fight his sixth best.
Yep.
You
That
got to
would be
fight
terrifying.
Charizard. You got to fight Sceptile. You got to fight Greninja.
Imagine
You gotta
they're
fight
tainted too,
Incineroar.
because they've been stuck with him for all this time.
Uh-huh.
Imagine
Dark
You guys have
Charizard.
obviously seen the first movies. Imagine first movie versions, basically, of Ash's best.
Yo, that clone Charizard went for the throat.
Yeah,
literally.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine 6 of, and then the Pikachu's last.
Yep.
Pikachu Ace.
No, Pikachu's not last. You find Pikachu in a cage. Pikachu wasn't going to cut it. Pikachu didn't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, but if
It
it's
shows
forcing-
how bad he's gone when he puts Pikachu in a cage. So you're essentially your things. You're fighting Dark Charizard, Dark Greninja, Dark Sceptile. I'm only putting Sceptile in because he's the only one who beat that dude's Darkrai in the flipping Sinnoh thing.
I mean, you could rescue Pikachu then.
Yeah, then
And-
Pikachu's yours.
Temporarily use Pikachu.
And Pikachu's like malnourished because he's been in the cage.
Yep.
If it's going to be a darker version of
Yeah.
Pokemon. Oh, and then and then he has grunts, and 2 of his grunts are Misty and Brock.
No,
There you go.
no. Some of his admins are always travel companions.
Yeah.
Tracy. No. What was the name of the little nerd kid from the
Max,
Max? Thank you.
I hate him too.
Oh, don't we all?
Did we have anything else in that little notebook of yours?
Oh yeah, I got stuff. I'll do this top 5 just to make it easier because I know you're number 1. 1, you're foul.
I'll probably raise the volume up on that.
Top 5 favorite Pokemon just from Kanto.
That is hard because when I first played Blue, there was Pokemon I didn't use, but then I used them later on and realized, oh, they're good Pokemon.
Well, the big thing is I know that there's very few.
That's another question
What is?
in a second. A Pokemon that you have yet to use but want to.
I can't.
It can be through the Kanto format. It can be through now. Whoever. But it has to be a Kanto Pokemon.
Yeah.
You can't tell me
So
Incineroar.
The crazy thing is I've technically used just about every single one of the Kantos,
Me too.
so I can't really say anything to that.
Or some that you would like to use again. Or some that you didn't think would be good, and you ended up using them. It's like, I like it.
Pinsir. I thought
See, I
thought
like-
at first glance it was just like, oh, it's just another bug type. This isn't going to be great. And then it's just like, that thing physically hits like
I
a
will take
fucking truck.
Pinsir when you give it bug type moves. Like X Scissor, cool, fine. You finally gave it to him because he was mostly just fighting type. If I want to use the bug fighting type, I'll use Heracross. Like primarily, like the only bug type Pokemon that got bug type move in Gen 1 was Beedrill with Twin Needle before they fixed it.
Yeah.
So, top 5 that I would like. I mean, obviously, the Bulbasaur line is number 1. And then the rest of them really aren't in any specific order from, like, worst to best. Slowbro, Kangaskhan, Lapras, Venomoth, and probably Electrode, I would say.
I was not expecting Electrode.
Yeah, I was not expecting Electro.
Well, I recently used Electrode in Let's Go because you said he was one of the faster Pokemon.
He still is.
So I was like, you know what? I've never used him. I'm going to put him on there. I mean, I was going to put Magnemite there, but I'd rather put him in like a Gen 2 or 3
Yeah.
list because of the steel typing. So. And I recently used Venomoth, and I like Venomoth.
I have a shiny Venomoth.
Fuck you.
I would
Hey,
say
do you know that story? So
No.
we're doing the DLC for Scarlet and Violet. I'm in the Blueberry Academy, which is literally got that giant biome thing.
yeah.
I'm just chilling in the pause menu for a second because I had to go pee. Come back, and you know how it's got like the camera weird, so now you got like movie camera if you want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I unpause it, I move the camera. There is a shiny Venonat looking at me. I'm like, you come here.
Your toes, hand them over.
And then I was looking.
Did you?
I'm giving you my toes. Hand them over.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you were about to rip ass. I was
And then I
expecting
was hunting for a shiny giraffe rig, and it never happened. But right outside that horde, I found a shiny crocodile.
just
I'm like, what?
You
come
know,
to daddy.
I find a bunch of shinies in that game, but he gets the ones I fucking want.
I haven't found a single shiny. I was playing co-op with a buddy of mine on stream.
Did you know there's a Lion King Easter egg in Blue Area Academy?
No.
Yep. There's a rock that looks like Pride Rock. You climb it. There's a male pyro sitting there roaring.
Oh, incredible.
You cannot do anything with it. I tried.
So, yeah.
I was like, I want you. Come here. No. You can't throw a Pokemon.
Playing co-op, and we're just running around, and I was like, yeah, I'm still trying to do shiny hunting, and he's like, oh, I've never caught a shiny before. I'm like, what? He's like, what's it like? I'm like, they're just different colors. And he goes, hey, dude, this thing looks a little off. And I was like, okay, let me see it. He sent me a screenshot of it. I'm like, motherfucker, in my game, finding a shiny. Catch the fucking thing.
What was it?
I have no idea. It was years ago.
I found a full-on shiny Charcadet.
Damn.
I'm not even looking for it because my team's like done, or like I already had my fire type at that point. But I was like, I'm wandering and look. I'm like, why do you look off?
Yeah.
And because the only thing changed with him is eyes changed blue.
Oh.
That's it. So I can't tell. I'm like, why do you look off?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have the sound like it does in Arceus, so you don't know if it's shiny or not.
Yeah.
So I know I love that feature in Arceus.
Yeah, I do too.
But and then I walked up to it and then I saw the gleam. I'm like, oh,
That's what's funny.
quick ball.
That's what's funny about that game is that if you're looking at it, why do you look off?
Yeah.
And
then
you
there's
go
some
to
you
it, then it
can't-
does the gleam. Oh, that's
And then
why.
there's some you can't figure out, like Fampy and flipping Elekid.
The ones-
Here, let me make it a shade lighter.
The ones that kill me are the ones where it's like, oh, we have 4 different color variations. How can you tell which one's actually shiny?
The sushi.
The what?
That sushi Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
No, every single one has a different shiny.
really?
Yeah. So
That's
the yellow one
obnoxious.
has a different shiny. The pink one has a different shiny. The orange one has a different shiny.
That's obnoxious.
I think the yellow one's white.
No, but one good way to tell, like the guaranteed way to tell if there's a shiny, use the Let's Go feature. And
Yeah.
if your Pokemon doesn't attack it and runs away from it, it's a shiny. I didn't think that was true until I tried it. There is a Malcremy.
Alcremie.
Yeah.
Milkery.
Yeah, the first one. Like, he was just sitting there, and there was like 4 or
Side
5
note,
of them.
that thing shiny is also amazing.
Yeah. So, that's gross.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Oh, the pink one's
was,
sweet.
I had my
That's wow.
Pokemon attacking a bunch of like a horde of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then sent it, came back to me. The fuck? Sent it, came back to me. Is that shiny? Go up to it. Yup, it's shiny. So it actually works.
The key way you need to use that is with Minior.
That's another way I found out that mine is shiny.
Because Minior has got all those different colors, but
Yep.
it's in its shell every single time.
Yep.
You either have to break it or do the Let's Go thing and have your Pokemon not hit it.
I did end up finding a shiny though. I have every single color.
Yeah, me too. And then it exploded.
Oh.
See, that's why I had a bunch of Master Balls. Like, fuck no, you are
Yeah.
not exploding on
Like
me.
I'm like, all right, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Quick ball, I'm fine. No, he broke out of the quick ball and exploded.
Oh.
That's like,
And I was like,
press F to pay respects.
I'd never wanted, like, I had caught 3 other shinies at that point that day. That was a wild day. And I'm like, if I didn't have these other 3 shinies, I would turn this game off right now. I didn't save it. And then I saved after. I'm like, and I haven't shiny hunted since in Scarlet Violet.
Yeah.
It's because I don't want to.
I know we keep doing different subjects in Pokemon, but
Get used to it.
yeah. So, speaking of shiny hunting, I found a way to shiny hunt through raids.
Okay.
So, I didn't know it worked until I found a random shiny. So, you go, obviously, to the pause menu, go to different raids.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing that. Those are the only battles that you do. And after like 5, 6, or 7 of them in a row of just doing raid battles, you get a chance to find a shiny.
Huh.
Because I found a shiny fur. It's like, you look brighter than normal. Turns out, well, you have to catch every Pokemon.
Turns out it's pink.
Yeah. So when you're doing the raid battles, you have to catch every Pokemon. I don't know why. It worked for me. And then after a while, after about 4, 5, 6, 7 battles, you'll end up getting a shiny.
Huh.
And I found that out unintentionally. And like, I'm going to keep going and see what I get. I got like 6 different shinies out of it.
Jesus.
I got Furret. What the hell is that one Pokemon's name?
I don't know. We're at over 1,000 now.
Obama Snow's first evolution.
Snover.
Snover. Got a shiny Snover. I got a Fantub.
Yo, I love Phantom Chain.
I got the Dolphin.
Paraffin.
Yeah.
I don't like that Pokemon. It's adorable. I don't like it.
And I got a shiny Munchlax.
Munch. I
So
know,
apparently it works.
I know a shiny that you want that I have. Shiny Hisuian Quillfish.
Bag of dicks.
That thing is pure white with blue lips.
Although I did finally get a shiny female Sneasel. That was one of the shinies I wanted, and I finally found one.
Hisuian Sneasel or normal Sneasel?
Hisuian.
I got that alpha.
Yeah.
That scares the light. I'm like chilling. It comes up the thing, and then the alpha thing happened, and then the gleam. I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
I caught it. I'm not evolving that thing. I do not like shiny Sneasler.
So what about the one thing that he said with what are 5 Pokemon you want to use? Because you said you've used all of them.
I've used pretty much all of them.
Or that you haven't used in a while that you like to use again.
I mean, Articuno.
Legendaries don't count.
What, you never said that.
Kidding.
You never
I
said
mean, he's got a point. You didn't say that,
I'm
You
kidding.
never said that, fuck ass.
crack whore.
Oh my god, you just use shinies or shinies. Legendaries all the
Bitch.
time. You're not a real Pokemon player. You just use legendaries all the time.
I don't like Articuno for like, oh, it's a legendary. Oh, it does. I like giant blue ice bird. I like ice. I like bird. I like blue. It's all 3 things in one. It's giant flying ball of ice. I love it.
You're right.
Yeah, out of the 3, Articuno is probably my favorite bird.
Yeah.
If-
Moltres is cool because
I like Zapdos.
Zapdos is kind of neat. Yeah.
Because that was actually the first one I caught.
Zapdos with them Dorito feet
Yeah.
when he's shiny.
Exactly.
Probably Butterfree. That motherfucker's kind of chill.
Oh, I got a rant on that. Now you said Butterfree, but go ahead with your list first.
Pinsir probably again, like I was talking about.
Note to self: you start playing Kanto suitcase here, bring a fire type so far. Because you know it seems going to be Butterfree, Pinsir, Articuno.
Yeah, but that's when I just surprise you with.
That's who you surprised me with Water Pulse on the Articuno.
Yeah.
He gets that.
Just how I run, just like how I run my main Blaziken that I still use, runs Thunder Punch, and a couple other moves that are strong against water, and it outspeeds because its ability is the speed ability.
Speed boost. Did you know?
So it just goes, oh, you sent out a water type to counter me?
That's when you protect first, get the speed, and then Thunder Punch.
Hashtag Waterground, bitch.
Oh no, it's IVs or
Hashtag
plus speed.
Yeah, hashtag Swampert.
So the thing just goes.
Hashtag Waterground, bitch.
Oh, I had counters for that too.
What beside what?
Fighting, I had fighting moves on it too.
Oh.
Dude, I
That-
run
that-
that thing to
that-
counter just
that-
about
that ain't no-
anything that could shut it down.
That ain't no super effective on it.
Yeah, but you know the massive attack power and the speed.
And stab.
Yeah,
Does it tell me you know what stab is?
yeah. Firefight. I know what stab is.
Same attack was.
Yep. That's why fucking Flower Trick is so fucking good.
You get the stab, and it's always a critical hit every time.
Guaranteed hit, guaranteed critical stab. It has like 110 power with stab.
Torch Song.
Torch Song.
Yep. Special attack goes up each time you use it.
Yep. And then the stupid duck. I don't even know what that duck does.
The Quad Quavel. It gains speed every time it lands its trademark
Cool.
attack. Yeah, which I lost.
I haven't used them enough.
I lost the Nemona
haven't
fight
either.
because it outsped me.
I haven't used them enough. I don't care enough. I like Quaxley, and that's it.
So we're talking about the Pokemons in Gen 1. I don't know.
Pokemon!
Now, I don't know if you would consider this Gen 1, but technically it got people back into Pokemon. The beginning of Pokemon Go.
Technically, it would be Gen 1 because I
Technically,
think
yes,
at
that's
release
what they
it was
started with.
It was
And
all
then like, hey,
did,
we're
yeah.
gonna do Gold and Silver.
yeah. Well, then they slowly started introducing. Now we got everything pretty much.
Yeah.
I caught a Fuecoco just a bit ago.
That like Pokemon Go, the start of that was literally the first time in a very, very, very long time. Everybody was just chill.
Can I be real though? The beginning of Pokemon Go was a fucking dumpster fire. But
I like that dumpster fire.
Oh no! I'm not saying it was bad game, but like the service was dog shit.
Yeah.
And once it
Yeah.
finally got up and going, then it was good because like I would go to Jamestown and just walk around with a friend for an hour, and you'd see like 40 people walking around just having a good
Be
time.
like, hey, cross street,
I
hey,
do
there's a
not-
Lapras down here, or what have you.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I want,
And then you'd have like 20 people at a raid, and the raids would be done like that.
That's true, though. It brought people together again to play Pokemon.
everybody was just old, young.
Yeah.
All right, doesn't matter. Everybody was just chill. Like, hey, do you have this? Well, where did you find it? I found it over that way somewhere. Maybe one will spawn here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I tried to get my mom into it. So I was like, hey, would you try Pokemon Go with me if we like started walking? She's like, probably not. Damn it.
Well,
I mean, at least she's honest.
I once. This is back when anything could spawn anywhere. I once almost threw a game of Overwatch because there's a Lapras in my front yard.
Incredible.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, mind you, I'm also playing Torbjorn, so I gotta work with my turrets. I'm like, turret. Hold on. There's the Lapras in.
Oh, my turret.
And then like the guy we're playing with, old friend of ours. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, there's a Lapras in my front yard. Hold on. And I'm like, I caught it. I don't remember if we won that game of Overwatch or not, but I caught the Lapras.
Hell yeah.
And then I went outside in a blizzard almost. Well, mind you, it was fine when I walked outside, but there was a wild glalie down the hill from me. I was just out of range. I'm like, I gotta go outside. I come back in a blizzard. But I'm like, I got a glalie. And then I ran all the way up to the Faulkner Park just so I could get a Snorlax. Because my range went, hey, there's a Snorlax nearby. And I found out where. I'm like, come here.
I miss the old days of fun times.
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
Damn, that went really depressing really fucking quickly.
Yeah. You're right.
I'm just literally sitting here just...
Well, it's just, I don't know. Now, I think the game makes enough money, but now they have special event passes where you can catch certain Pokemon, which technically they're behind a paywall, and it's like, I don't.
Did you hear
See,
about
the-
the new debacle with the one they just released? They released a ticket for a shiny Celebi, and if you've completed any part of the research for the base Celebi encounter, you're not allowed to buy it.
Bite me.
What?
I can literally show you proof right now.
Oh, I don't doubt you, but it's like, what the fuck?
So you can't just let me have a normal
You already
Celebi?
have a ticket for this event or have an active or completed research that disqualifies you from being able to purchase this ticket. So because I've started the research to get the Celebi encounter in-game, I can't do the ticket.
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever
It's
heard.
so
in my life.
stupid.
That is
Let
dumb.
me
And
have
it's a
normal
$5
Celebi.
ticket. Like if I'm going to pay $5 to do it, like let me do it. Like,
Yeah.
Like you're getting my money anyway. Let me have a normal
and it was
Celebi and a
the
shiny.
big thing is that it's a guaranteed shiny Celebi encounter. So it's like anybody who wants to try to catch it is going to want it.
Yeah.
I was on my break once, and I caught both Mew and Celebi on my break. It was great.
Where is my pride?
Maze got mad at me.
Where's my pride and joy Pokemon?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
And then you ended up getting them afterwards. It was like, yeah, I'm like, I remember the look on your face. I'm like, I'm gonna go back here now.
I have two Pokemon that are my pride and joys because I hatched them when I hatched them when they were doing the event where you could hatch Pokemon not from your region.
I got another story.
Nice.
I like Mr. Mime in general. I like it for first. There is a story where one Maze almost pushed me into traffic because of
Really?
Pokemon Go.
I don't remember.
You
what was
might remember
That's nice.
if this was back, bro. I like that.
That was my first story about that one. That was my first timed research, my 7-day research. First time claiming it popped up. I was on the toilet taking a shit. Pressed the button. I was like, let's see what kind of dog shit thing I get. Shiny Groudon. What the fuck? Immediately projectile
it's
shat in the
probably
toilet.
It's like, what the?
Just excuse. Oh, hi.
So it was.
Oh.
It was the earlier-ish times of Pokemon Go where we would just go to, just go up in downtown Jamestown and just park the car and just go up a few blocks and just go up and around.
When there was actual stops there.
Yeah, and
You could go right over to the college now and get a ton of
I
stops.
think it was the Diglett Community Day or something. So he's walking with me. We're walking, just catching Diglett. In the span of 2 minutes, no exaggeration, 2 minutes, I catch 2 shiny Diglett
Yep.
and then hatch a shiny Shinx. Bro, that's a shiny Shadow Bellsprout. Yeah, he almost pushed me into traffic over that. Because
Nice.
Shiny Shadow Bellsprout.
at that point, I don't think you had any shiny.
Yeah.
And I caught 2 shiny Diglett and hatched a shiny Shinx. And I ran like half a block up. And he's like, what did you get? I'm like, I just hatched a shiny Shinx. He's like, come here. That's purified, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, I know what that is. Like, hold on. I was riding that high for a
I
little
have
while.
like 5 shiny Charmanders. I've got
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of shinies.
4
I had
Porygons.
pretty much the entire Pokedex done for Kanto. And then shenanigans happened. Lost that entire account.
Yeah.
Yo, I love that Meowth.
That's nice.
A Alolan Meowth. What else do I have?
But you know, though, here's another thing that I would want if they made Kanto or like another gen. Give us the mechanics from other games. Well, like what they do in Go. There's Mega Evolutions, and supposedly they're going to have Gigantamax coming
They already
out.
do. It's called raid battles. Yes, he is sick. Also, think about this. Here's a story. Where does Mewtwo's tail start?
I mean, his whole body's part of the tail.
No, think of the color of the tail. Where does his tail start?
It starts with his dick.
So when he evolves into Mega Mewtwo Y, what does he become?
Dickhead. He's looking it up right now, and now that he hears me say dickhead, he's gonna laugh. Here it comes in 3.
No.
Think about it.
Well, this podcast has now turned into a Pokemon Go Let's Play. I'm currently looking at the map. MayesBoy is currently looking at the map. Minaki is sitting
I'm
here looking
sitting
at
here
us.
just because I don't want to turn my phone back on. It ain't off. I don't want to turn my phone back on.
There's a shadow stop near us. Dude, somebody's got a shiny Sudowoodo in that gym, though.
I love shiny Sudowoodo.
That Pikachu has a K hat on. I want that Pikachu. I want to steal it.
Pikachu.
What?
The fuck balls is that?
What?
I just heard a sound over there.
Probably the dog.
No, it was over there.
It was over there. Oh, well, it's the Soul Stealer coming to eat our bones.
Yes.
We're dead.
Don't worry, I will make one last panic diarrhea into its face, and hopefully that'll make us escape.
Spread your ass cheeks. Excuse me. I need to ask you a few questions.
You can do the thug shaker, right? Do the thug shaker. Shake that ass. Dude, if a shadow demon comes for me, it's going to come for me. If it ain't coming for me, it's coming for me. Because I'm going to push it up against the wall. Ayo, shadow demon, what you doing? Come here. Give me your
Completely off the subject of Pokemon, though. Do you ever see those, like, real ghost videos? They see,
yeah.
They see, like, mimics or they see, like, skinwalkers. It's like, that's so fake.
There's some that obviously you know they're fake, but they do them so well. It's like,
Yep.
Yeah. There's one I saw. It's like, okay, you can clearly tell the guy's in a costume
yeah.
walking around, like a full body costume. It's like you can clearly tell it's not real. But I don't know. I've seen so many of them. And just like,
So
you're not convincing me.
Theory, you said a full body costume. Remember the old Godzilla costume? I don't know if this is real, but there's a theory or a story that the guy who was originally in the original Godzilla costume refused to take it off, and it fused to his body. He pretty much acted like Godzilla through the costume, and the costume itself fused to his body. So when they try to take the costume off, they're almost taking his arm off with it.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Kinda, yeah. And like supposedly in the X-ray, what they saw was like his foot had fused with the foot of the costume,
Damn, that man.
and his
became
hands had
Godzilla.
fused with it. It was almost like his. It almost looked like his butt was elongating to the tail. Speaking of butt,
Exactly.
I'm like, no,
This man's fucking anamorphing into Godzilla.
yeah. I'm like,
Here's a good segue from talking about creepy shit. Can we talk about the Lavender Town Syndrome creepypasta?
Oh, Lavender Town Syndrome, yeah.
First time I heard that and read that, it really did scare the shit
There's
out
a
of me.
lot of good Pokemon creepypastas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad Pokemon creepypastas,
Oh, yeah.
too.
But, no, there was the one where they had the original Japanese version of Lavender Town with, like, a bunch of, like, weird distorted sounds.
It was something to do with the pitching of the notes. That was like triggering something in the brain and making kids hang themselves or something.
Yeah. But
nice.
I heard like that song and then those distorted sounds. It was like a little game that you can play.
Yeah.
Like you got to a certain point, the whole screen like starts going in and out. And like when I heard like those sounds like in your ear, it's like it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I just got like an immediate chill up my spine.
Yep.
It's like, fuck that.
I was like, nope.
I'm closing this now. But it's weird that you can take such an innocent thing like Pokemon, and once you put just a hint of creepiness to it, it really is actually disturbing as fuck.
But is Pokemon really
Well,
that innocent? 'Cause,
No,
like, I mean, look
at half the Pokedex entries.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Cacturn will hunt your carcass down in the desert and wait for you to drop.
Or Shedinja, the hole in his back is literally like sucks your soul up or something like that.
So is Dusclops. Dusclops' entire body is a black hole.
Yeah.
Marshtomp is literally just a fucking soul of a child. Or no, that's the little tree ghost.
That's Phantom.
Thank you, Phantom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that possessed a tree. And Bayonet is a doll that holds a grudge because it was abandoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently pokes holes in itself with pins to hopefully think it's a voodoo doll and hurt the kid who abandoned it. That's like every single Bayonet. I'm like, really?
Or Spoink.
If it stops bouncing, it's heart fucking stuff.
Yeah, it's like, what? I read that the first time. It's like, what the fuck?
And then in the anime, you find out some Spoink actually do stop.
It's weird.
One of my favorites. It isn't a weird one. I think it's actually kind of hardcore, and people obviously are going to look down at me for saying this Pokemon in general. Gardevoir. Its Pokedex entry is basically if it feels like its trainer's under enough of a threat to warn it, it will literally create a black hole to protect its trainer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is like that's fucking raw, dude.
They kind of implemented Gardevoir's bond with his trainer in the Mystery Dungeon games.
Wait, what?
In Mystery Dungeon, like Gardevoir's bond with his trainer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what was attacking, but the trainer was getting attacked by a Pokemon, and Gardevoir sacrificed itself for it. And Gardevoir died.
Oh.
And if you remember the Red and Blue Mystery Dungeon games, that trainer also turned into a Pokemon, just like you did. That trainer's Gengar.
Oh.
From Team Meanies. Because there was a little, I don't remember what book it was from. They have a little comic book. It's like the entire, all your friends from the Mystery Dungeon game coming to help you, and also Gengar showed up because they're fighting Groudon.
Yeah.
And it showed a flashback, all that of, no, it wasn't the trainer. No, it wasn't the Gardevoir. The trainer jumped in front of the Gardevoir.
Oh.
And then it got like their spirit apparently was eventually like, I should have done that. I'm mad. This, now I lost Gardevoir. This, that. I don't remember. Then it ended up being Gengar. But then Gengar avenged itself to protect somebody else from Groudon. And Gengar looked at Ninetales, who was like the old wise. I see everything is like, how am I doing now, Ninetales? I have to find that because that was kind of wild. It was a while ago, but it was referenced like Gardevoir was the focal point with it. And then turns out that trainer was the Gengar.
Huh.
And it pretty much fixed all of the stuff that was mad about because it stopped Groudon from attacking whatever it was. Kind of great. Mystery Dungeon is kind of great.
Yeah, anything else on your list there, Minikai?
Did they do any spin-offs of Kanto? That was just Kanto.
There was the
I don't remember.
little Pocket Pikachu games.
They did a whole lot of like little Tamagotchi things.
Yeah.
All that I can't remember if they did spin-offs for Kanto.
I got lost in the mall playing that little Pikachu thing.
Doesn't look like you have any more notes.
The handheld Pokedex that they made,
The funny little
with
toy.
8-bit, one of the greatest toys that ever came out of the Pokemon.
You guys remember when they did the golden Pokemon cards at Burger King?
Mm-hmm.
I think
We
I
got a
still
couple
have.
of those.
I think I still have 2 or 3
I
of them.
probably have one somewhere. I
I
don't
had a
know.
couple at work. I don't know where they're at though.
I know. I at least have one of the Pokeballs.
Also, some of the artwork that they did for like, not the sprites, but like when you're looking through the strategy guide, hey, here's a Charizard and all that. Iconic. Like Charizard's phenomenal.
Oh, fuck no.
And then Nidoking looks like he's going to destroy you.
What's said? So I said I technically started playing the games in Gen 3. I remember seeing the commercials, and it's like I wanted to try them, but I just never thought to ask my mom, "Hey, mom, buy me a Pokemon game."
Fun fact: in the original Pokemon Red and Blue commercial with the bus, Drake Bell's in that commercial.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit, I'm gonna have to look that up. Pretty crazy.
Can we also say that one of the commercials is really fucked up when you think about it?
Which one?
Which one?
Where the guy puts all of them onto a bus and
That's what I'm talking about.
Drake Bell wasn't in that one though.
He was in one of them.
The one I'm talking about, the bus driver is like, "Hey, all the Pokemon get on the bus," and then he gets out of the bus and he's like, "Gotcha!" And there's a crane picks him up, puts him in like to a compressor, compresses them all together. Like, and then when it opens up, they're all on the Game Boy. But thinking about it, it's like he's crushing all
You
these
got like a
Pokemon.
Hitmonlee and a Charizard in there.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
It is. It's a little fucky wucky.
No.
So we touched on it a little bit, but then you went off on the Celebi movie.
What?
We touched on it a little bit when y'all being nasty. When you were talking about the Celebi movie. We didn't talk about the first movie.
Well, the first
Sure,
movie was
we did not.
fantastic.
The first movie is phenomenal.
It was all sad and
We
emotional.
don't. You know they did a sequel. They found the island where Mewtwo went with the clones.
Yeah.
Team Rocket wanted to blow it up and take them all, and Mewtwo got ticked off. But
Yeah,
the
fair.
catch is, apparently Mewtwo also wiped their memories because Ash had no idea.
Huh. I might have to watch that.
But then Pikachu's Vacation.
Oh, Pikachu's Vacation was baller. Just here, go into a Pokemon play place and have fun. And it was just
Leave it to your own. Okay, and there's a meme I saw, and it's factual. You mean to tell me Onyx could not pull Charizard out of that pipe?
I know.
But then you think
You're
about
right.
then you think about it. Giant Rock Snake, right? We're talking this in-game stats. Oddish and Butterfree have higher base attack stats than Onyx does.
That's sad.
Onyx is also not really an attack heavy one. It's more of like a beefy wall that's
Neither
there
is
to-
Steelix. He can hit like a truck. Why can't Onyx hit like a truck? He is a truck.
No, he's not. He's a giant rock snake. That's
You're
not a
right.
truck.
Could be a truck.
Steelix is closer to a truck, but that's still a giant metal snake.
But then, like, Charizard puts his foot down and even Onyx gets dragged over. Seriously?
You're right.
But
we don't
then,
we don't talk about physics when it comes to these games. It's more haha funny Pokemon Go.
but then the scene where he's at the top of the tower, he just sees all the clones fighting. That song will always hurt me, and I love it.
Yeah. Although watching two Pikachus bitch slap each other over and over,
It was just the one.
they were just fucking going for it.
No, it was just the one.
Yeah, it was just one.
Actually,
'cause-
Pikachu would not fight.
Yeah,
It was just a clone.
He basically kept telling him, "Come on, fight me, fight me." He's like, "No."
Nah,
And that
homie.
Pikachu wore himself out.
Nah, homie, let's go get a Cerveza Crystal and sit down.
And then the Squirtle, like they're both like ninja turtling each other, and the one body slams the other one.
Yep.
And Venusaur are pretty much smooching.
Give me a kiss.
Ayo.
Now you think of Venusaur's all face, and it's just boom, boom.
Hang up that computer call and get over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
Romantical.
And then half the fights you didn't even see. And then you got Psyduck, one deck the other.
Hi.
Yeah. Deck the other. Duck.
Yeah.
And then the most vicious one was still Charizard,
The
'cause
true
that one,
boss battle.
that one went for the throat. And then again, we don't talk about the remake, quote unquote, they did of the movie. Mewtwo Strikes Back Again.
Yeah, I heard it was awful.
It's the same movie, but they use CGI.
Wow.
Oh, it's the 3D Pokemon battles.
CGI movie. Very nice movie.
The catch is though, none of the music was the same. They didn't use the song.
Cringe.
Pick me off.
Yeah, you're right.
This is only Pokemon related. Apparently, they're making new episodes of Pokemon Concierge. The one little mini show he did. Yeah.
Are you having fun?
I'm having lots of fun. It's making like a squeaky.
Suitcases found out that the mic stand is squeaky.
I don't know if it's picking up.
not a
Snaps
clue.
off.
Snaps off. Shit.
You know, out of every Pokemon show that they could do, why are they making more of that one? Like, I like it because it's like really cutesy and like the Pokemon look like little stuffed animals you would
Yeah.
hug, but
Other than that, I don't care, really.
yeah.
I don't care. Like,
Pikachu.
adapt your manga into a show. Put it on Netflix. Netflix, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because listen, WWE and Netflix, they're going to be uncensored.
That's
Hell
really
yeah.
awesome.
So, PG era is over.
Yeah.
So, you can get away with it. Let me watch Arbok get cut in half. I'm
Man,
cool
I
with
can't wait until wrestlers start giving each other beef stew in the ring because of Netflix.
What?
it. What?
Did you say wrestling was going to be on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not know what beef stew is?
I guess not.
It's when you just rip ass right in someone's face. I can't wait to watch John Cena get
Okay, that's called the stink face. And there's a Samoan wrestler named Rikishi who does that. And I
beef stew.
guarantee he is farting on someone's face. doing
beef
that.
stew. Beef stew. They pull them back up. You just see a little brown
Sign
on
up.
the nose.
There's like a whole Samoan family related to The Rock. And like 5 of them are in WWE right now.
Hell yeah.
Pokemon's great.
I enjoy it. I concur.
Well, there's his contribution.
I don't know, dude. I'm running out of things to say.
Yeah.
It's going to be funny sounds or terrible imitations of voice actors.
Oh, gosh. Well, in that case, thank you, folks, for listening. We do have more Pokemon shows coming up here. We'll probably do it every other show because obviously having
10 episodes
like a
in a row.
month's worth of
2
Pokemon
months because
episodes.
it's 9 generations. Supposed to be one add like any other like bonus thing, like one just a spin off.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
that's
a
gonna be a
lot.
while.
So we'll probably do like every other episode Pokemon up to Gen 9. But in between those, we will have normal episodes. So
Quantify normal.
you're right.
Like, what
I
is
mean-
normal for us?
I don't think we've had a normal episode yet.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that this podcast, we pretty much assume it's just three idiots screaming and saying things.
There's no assumption. It is three idiots screaming.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
But
everybody make sure you stay in milk, take your sleep, and eat your drugs.
sort of drunk, I'm not God.
What?
Exactly.
I think I just shit my pants.
Again,
The third time this session, boys.
that was the chair.
okay.
Okay.
But, folks, thank
Whatever
you
helps
for
you sleep,
listening to the podcast. Now, I actually forgot to mention this at the beginning of the podcast.
What?
We are on YouTube Music, and now we are officially on Spotify.
Yeah.
Shit.
So while you're
We
sitting there,
Spotify famous, boys.
when you're jogging along,
We're getting like 5 cents an episode now. Fuck yeah, boy.
yeah, woo-hoo.
I think it's taken away every time someone drops the F-bomb.
Yeah. But yes, listen to us on all those platforms, and if you stuck around this long,
Don't you fucking
you're
say
a real maximum mouther.
You're such a fucking stupid slogan.
I hate you.
This is fucking cringe. Why am I doing this?
I don't see you come up with anything better.
Listen, you're in the first chair. It's your job.
No. Don't make moist noises.
Bro,
The
you can-
moist mouthers.
Oh, God. Fucking worse.